Hello and welcome to Coffee with Dr. Carla. I'm Dr. Carla and I am so glad that you're here with me today. Today we're going to talk about a few mental health related issues and hopefully start to end the stigma surrounding them. So as we start a new year, I know culturally or in society, we always think New Year's resolution. What are you going to do? And I got a lot of thoughts about New Year's resolutions. And before I start to comment on that, it's interesting. Most health clubs really count on us making New Year's resolutions because what happens is that they see a real big increase in memberships being bought and people coming into the gym for the month of January, and then everybody disappears. And you still have your membership going, even though you're not going to the gym. And so they don't care because, well, they're still making money and they don't have to worry about big crowds in the gym, and everything kind of simmers back to what they consider normal. And every year this happens. And so many of us are paying for memberships to gyms or some other facility, and we don't go, and we also don't remember to cancel those memberships. So here's my deal about resolutions. So the idea around resolutions is we start a new year, so then we think of new beginnings. I think that's lovely. There's inherently nothing wrong with this. But the idea that we can only start these new beginnings when the new year starts, that's a problem. Because we can choose to have a new beginning at any point in time in our life. We don't have to wait for us to usher in a brand new calendar year. The other problem is that we put this super duper heavy focus on this, and that when we start to think about what these resolutions are, we start coming up with these massive plans. And the reality of it is, it's really hard to put into action anything that's really big. When we're talking about making goals and making changes, the ideal is to do tiny little changes, one at a time, get that incorporated into your life, and then choose something else. Resolutions imply, and they don't always have to be this, but imply that you've got this big, massive goal that you're working towards. And most people don't know how to take a look at that big, massive goal and break it down into bite-sized chunks so that they can stay motivated, right? So what usually ends up happening, I mean, we were talking about the gym, so I want to lose 30 pounds. Okay, great. By when? Well, we don't ever identify that, right? So, and we're not realistic about, how many months it's going to take us to lose 30 pounds. And so then when the weight doesn't start coming off right away, we give up because we're discouraged, right? But if we really wanted to lose 30 pounds, maybe we could say to ourselves, okay, we're going to lose 30 pounds by the end of the year. And you're thinking, wow, that's 52 weeks for 30 pounds. Yeah, that's about right. Maybe you can lose a little bit more, but 1 pound a week is really good. So let's figure we're going for, a half to 1 pound a week. So now all of a sudden we're looking at things in a much different light, right? And so then you have to ask yourself, well, what do you have to do to lose weight? Well, I'm going to go to the gym every single day. Well, okay, were you going to the gym frequently before this? Oh, no, wait, you never went to the gym before? And now you're going to go every single day? Well, the first week you'll go every single day, and then your muscles will hurt so bad that you can't go to the gym, and then pretty soon you'll be with everybody else who bought a membership and is no longer going, right? So, this idea that, okay, I'm going to go to the gym, great. Let's try going to the gym once a week, and not for 5 hours, just to do a small workout, right? And then maybe once you get in the habit of going once a week, then maybe you could try it twice a week, right? So, the biggest issue with resolutions is that we end up taking too big of a bite and we're trying to digest it and it doesn't work. And so if you break these things down to much smaller pieces, then you are much more likely to be successful, right? Another thing that people say is, oh, I'm going to start eating right. I'm going to start eating healthy. And they say, I'm going to cut this out and cut this out and cut this out and cut this out. And then, yeah, it doesn't really work because, again, it's too many things all at once and it becomes overwhelming. And so, again, I would say, decide on one thing. If you drink soda, maybe you cut soda out. If you don't ever have vegetables at any of your meals, maybe add a vegetable to one meal a day, or maybe even 4 times a week. Even that is a big change. It's all these small little changes that are going to make the big difference. Now, I mentioned, weight and eating right, but it's not just those things as well. Maybe it's that you want to focus on being more creative. What is that? What is your word for the year? So let's say it's creativity. That's when you can start to say, hey, how might I get creative? And, what are some of the creative things that I really enjoy doing? And then being very purposeful about getting out there and trying them. Or maybe you want to try to connect more with people that you haven't seen in a while. So maybe it's making a conscious effort to call one of them up or reach out via social media and maybe set up a lunch date or a dinner date so that you can catch up. And then I would say bring your calendar with. Most of you guys probably have your calendar on your phone. I still like a paper calendar, so carry around my old school calendar all the time. But, and then make the next one, because that's how we can keep those changes going instead of trying to do it on the fly. Or maybe you want to work on reducing the clutter in your home. And so maybe you start off by spending 5 minutes a day just picking up things that need to get tossed. Or maybe you focus in on when you bring the mail in from outside, instead of setting it on the counter, you stand next to the garbage can, and that which goes in the garbage goes there, and the things that you need to actually do something with get put someplace else, right? Little tiny things will make the difference, and as you get better at each and every one of these things, then you can start to see real change. Biggest thing is, New Year's, everyone's going to talk about it. Here we are, we're starting another new year. People are going to be like, what changes are you going to make? What new things are you going to do? That's great. But maybe we don't worry about that right now. Or maybe we start off worrying about it, but then it falls by the wayside. You can start this up at any time. And if you fall off from whatever it is that you're trying to do, guess what? You can always start it back up again. I remember there was a little, I guess, post from the Beck Institute, and basically it said, well, if you're on a highway, right, and you're supposed to get off at exit 7, right, and then you realize, oh shoot, I just went past exit 7, do you say to yourself, oh, well, I missed my exit, I'll just stay on this highway forever? No, it seems kind of ridiculous. You get off at the next exit and you circle back around, and then you get off at the exit you need, right? So much in the same way with our goals and the things that we're trying to change. If you miss your exit, get off at the next one and start over again. It's okay, right? If today you forgot to go to the gym and you're trying to go, a little bit every day, okay, tomorrow's another day. Try it there. If you wanted to try to, take out a little bit of garbage every day, and you forgot, tomorrow's a new day. Start over again. There's no shame in having to regroup and begin again. So I wish you luck in whatever changes you may want to make. And if you don't want to make any, then you don't make any. And that's fine too. So remember, you can change your thoughts, discover your potential, and transform your life by focusing on your overall well-being. So until next time, continue working on being the best you possible. Bye.